Alright guys, this is Chris here. I just figured I'd do a quick overview of the shop and the vehicles that I currently have at the moment. I haven't done that yet. Obviously, if you guys would like to know more about any of the vehicles, please do comment. Let me know. I'll pull it out and do a video on it specifically. Obviously, like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell for future notifications. And we'll start with some of my dad's stuff here. He's got his Gravedigger there. That's SMT-10 by Axial. Next to that is his twin hammers. Next after that we have his custom comp crawler. Started out as a Rockslide 10, and I switched the chassis plates with the Everest 10 plates, and then we got Bully Dog axles. And we also got another set of Bully Dog axles so that we can do four-wheel steer here in a little bit. We just wanted to drive it and do some testing with two-wheel steering first. Then we have an SCX-10, another SCX-10 that was kind of set up with like a dune runner. And on the bottom shelf we've got a 12 scale Barrage. And I do believe that's an associated car of some sort, I can't remember. And next we have the HPI Apache 8th scale short course truck that has a few upgrades on it as well, not too many. Dad's controllers and tires and those other axles I spoke about. My charging station, as soon as I get the cords for it, I can do up to 6 batteries at once with the 2 chargers. A couple NiCads, Dad's batteries, some hooks for the post boards. It's where I keep some of the new parts and some of the tools in case I'm working on something a little bit larger. Obviously got to have your tunes. My collection of boxes, kits that I've gotten and stuff that I've gotten new. LCG chassis for a future build possibly. Some low voltage alarms, definitely a necessary for some of the older technology. And then you have my LiPo collection, not too many. I try to keep the amount low so that I make sure to use them all, because they definitely don't like sitting. We got some spare parts, Losi and Traxxas, and then the gold box is a bunch of pinions, some random parts I might need for scale builds or other builds. Of course, extra monster truck tires. Those are my other various tires, monster tires mostly. And then I've got my 1.9 and smaller side and my 2.2 side. More spare parts, can't never have enough. My toolbox. I totally recommend the MIP drivers. I'm not sponsored, but that is just my recommendation. I went through probably 4 or 5 tool sets before I went and got those, and I'm entirely thrilled. Soldering station. Just a cheap one off of eBay. I think it was $35 or $40. It's not bad for the money. It definitely gets hot enough. It does its job. Batteries, receivers, servos, other electronics like that, BEC, soldering stuff in the bottom, some tools, spare hardware, a lot of it. I have that, and all of these here, bearings, screws, rod ends, anything you can think of. You gotta have it on hand. You never know when you're gonna have a breakdown. Extra motors, brushless and brushed. Anything you use on a regular basis, you're definitely going to want to keep around. I do a lot of building. As you can see, I'm working on getting a build together. I got a few axles here that are ready to go. You never know what you're going to need. I just hang on to it all. There's times that I've had parts that I've used from when I first started doing RC. And I had thought a few times, maybe I'll just throw this away. And I ended up actually needing it. So, got some Dremel stuff. Dremel is definitely something I recommend. I actually skipped right past that, but gotta have a Dremel. Oh, and of course you saw a few light bulbs. We're Definitely going to need an adequate amount of lighting, otherwise your eyes will get tired when you're working on that small stuff. I got a whole box full of other parts and motors and stuff here. Those are Emax parts in the blue box there. A couple pan car chassis, various cleaning stuff, more Dremel stuff. My custom made by Bucks Customs. Check him out. He's on Instagram and Facebook. He does an amazing job. It's just a beautiful body, so beautiful that I really haven't used it on a vehicle yet. It's just it's too darn nice. I don't want to ruin it. And then over to my collection, we've got my 8th scale caster German race buggy, my drag rustler. I have a few different bodies. If I want to change up the look, that's an easy way to change up the look if you ever want to do it to an RC cheaply. Just change up the look, just get a different body. It's a really cheap way to do it. This would be my Stampede. It's got the wide arm kit on it. And this is my 4x4 Stampede. Obviously 2-wheel drive, 4-wheel drive. And then I have my 4x4 Slash. It's definitely got some upgrades done to it. A couple different bodies. Next is my 2-wheel drive Ruckus. There is not a huge amount of upgrades on here, but there are a few. And next to that is my Losi 10 SCT. It was a nitro, was converted to electric. Next we've got my controller vault. I only got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 9 or 10 right now. This would be my vintage Tamiya TAO 3R with the FRP chassis conversion. I do have the original box. I keep that in, or the original body I should say. I keep that in the original box to prevent any more damage to the stickers and stuff, because it's so old that they're starting to peel out. This is my Emax brushless up to 4S. I figured that was probably good enough. I might switch it out with a 6S combo eventually here. Sprint 2 was just a pooper body because I like bashing it. Next is an SMT-10. I'm thinking about tearing it down and turning it into a Wraith. I'm not 100% sure yet. Next here is my one of my built SCX-10s. Next to that would be a Viterra Ascender and another Viterra Ascender. That one actually has a Clodbuster body on it. And back to the next one here. This is a custom build here for my buddy Matt. This is a old school Tamiya Blackfoot. They actually re-released it, so that's pretty cool. Next to that is a pan car. I don't know the make. If anyone does, just give me a shout out, let me know. Same with this one. I believe this one is a Woods Brothers chassis. I picked these up not too long ago. I actually have a story I want to tell you guys about that in a video coming up here. This one's already getting to be too long and I'm about halfway through, so definitely a video for another day. This here is my Bullet Flux, HPI Bullet Flux. I destroyed the body completely, so I just rigged up a Ruckus body to fit it. Next is my ECX short course truck, and then ECX Ruckus again. For being a pretty cheap vehicle, I really do enjoy running them. They're very comparable in durability to Traxxas, and I'd say about half the price. Next is my Align T-Rex 450 SE V2 and some extra parts, because every time I try to fly it I break something. I'm not very good at it. I get excited and overcorrect and then it's over. Next we've got just some bodies. Those are a couple Barbie cars I plan on trying to make a hard body out of. 6 scale body with a full steel seat chassis, just like a axial. Was thinking about building it, but I would have to get some wicked large axles, some more bodies. Found a Tahoe body. I managed to find that. That was pretty cool. Custom bed on that Jeep there. I'll probably do an overview one day. And then I have my twin hammers here, slightly upgraded as well. Wraith SCX 10.2 full kit version. 1.9 Wraith build. I have another AX10 here. Another Wraith. This one's set up with a brushless system, censored brushless. I might actually rob it out of there and throw it in one of my Viteras. And then this one here is an SCX10 with a 10.2 battery tray setup. I like it so that you can use the chassis mounted servo. And then I have another kit 10.2, a couple of bodies to run. This one has some scale accessories on it. Also another one of my brushless censored combos. I only actually have 3, and that would be on the red truck here, the Wraith, and my 10.2. This here is a Rancho project that I'm working on for my girl. She said she wanted some wider axles, so I took apart one of my Wraiths and made this for her. Next up we have my excuse me, my TRX4. It's nearly bone stock. I just changed up the tires. This thing does so well. I haven't felt the need to upgrade it just yet. Next I have a built SCX10. Threw on some king shocks and limiting straps, other things like that. It is a honcho with the tube bed. Next up is my main truck. And then we have my emulation of a TF2. It's an SCX10 chassis using RC 4-wheel drive ARB T-Rex 60 axles that are fully upgraded because I don't have the alloy housing. I had to pretty much upgrade the rest of the housings to make sure they were strong enough to hold up. They do pretty well. Quick note, they are reverse of SCX10, so you do have to use both of them. And my daughter's TF2. Custom pearl paint job, pearl white and pink with some glitter added in. And thanks to Tower Hobbies Cash, eCash or whatever they call it, I got the roll bar set up for free. I have not installed it yet. It doesn't have electronics in it either. I'm gonna get a full light kit, brushless censored combo, good servos, you know, the whole works for my daughter. So, and I built the red truck so I can run around with her. Well, thanks for looking at my collection, guys. I do appreciate it. Any comments you guys have, feel free to throw them out there. Any vehicles you would like to know more about, let me know. I'll do a video dedicated to any vehicle that you guys see here. Yeah, feedback would be greatly appreciated. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification icon if you guys want to keep up with what we're doing. I'm definitely going to try and put out some running videos, bashing videos, more building videos. I'll also take any suggestions that you guys have and do any sort of video that you guys might think you're interested in. Just let me know. Thanks, guys.